Okay.
Hey, I believe it.
I know that's off topic, but seriously, I be using women lingo like that. But honestly, she's definitely the community ball. She's an outside ball at that, and she's been getting dribbled. And I don't feel bad saying that. Shorty is essentially the female version of a male content creator who spams women content. This type of joking is merely the product of that. But before we go any further, I need to give you guys some context, because she definitely did this to herself. Apparently, Summyah is a mean girl streamer, and if you remember during Streamer University, there was hella drama, hella controversy, but part of that drama was bigger streamers egoing people. This girl was apparently avoiding all these small streamers and only going for other big streamers. Well, I guess I'll say mid-sized streamer, because she had 100K going in, or at least that's what they're saying.
I feel like you don't really collaborate with everybody. I feel like you feel like you collaborate with niggas out of that, all that. If you see a content creator,
I feel like you said yourself, that's it. I feel like you don't really I feel like you don't really collaborate with. Spit it out. Spit it out.
Excuse me?
but like, for example, clock keep crazy. Let's say Kai even in the suite when what's her name, Asian girl, Nina was making moves. We was in there, other people came in there, you opened the door, you see niggas, you stand that door now.
Because my chat said she was singing.
That's
not happening.
Now I understand that you're here to help your brand. That's what Streamer University was about. You want to be around all these big people. But I think it definitely gets to a point if you get called to the office. And also, once again,
it gets to a point.
Followers going in, so it's not like she was desperate for the put on or desperate for the collabs. And then the thing that was getting me is that nigga, she's around all these big male streamers. Obviously, she's making that type of flirtatious content, this stuff that goes viral, whatever. I can't stop her, but damn, why you gotta just be around all these dudes?
Y'all got me back. She might be. Yes, bro.
How do y'all feel?
Yes.
Did you enjoy your time handcuffed?
Oh God, I did. We're free now, though.
You just have to know you gotta go to that girl room while we handcuffed.
Look at those handcuffs, by the way. Those are not normal. Do your research. Those are not safe for work handcuffs. And the fact that Summyah was even willing to participate in this activity is...
The fact that she was willing to participate in this is what? What are you about to say?
It's already very telling about her.
How? It's a challenge. It's men have done it. I mean, not that they set the precedent, but Kai and Speed have done it. Many people have done it. I don't watch enough of this to know who's all done it, but it's not leading on to anything. I do it with a female and no feelings or strings attached at all. That's a nutty comment or observation.
Person, and that's just setting the tone for who she is as a content creator. And I need you guys to remember this. Repetition is personality. And as you watch this video, you'll see how repeated actions become...
I agree. That's wisdom. Repetition is personality. You're not what you say, you're what you do. Habits define you. And habits are what you do every day. And what you do every day is who you are. I agree with him.
Character. Everything that's been said about her is a product of that same repetition. Now that I've shown you that she's willing to do that type of stuff for content, this is her and DDG's interaction.
It says she's 17.
I'm not 17, bro. Bye-bye. I wasn't here.
How old are you?
I'm not here.
I see you. Good night.
Yo, no Q&A?
I see you.
Chat. I can't even talk to my professor. I've been saying I want a one-on-one this whole time.
I see you. Be there.
Can I know I need to person?
Nope. Good night.
Can you what? What'd she say?
You sure I didn't get no cheap dog?
Good night.
I forgot my dog Mcqueen was in the cut. He's been quiet.
For the first time, I can say I actually messed with what DDG did. This was mad mature, and the appropriate
What does that mean?
is 19.
Strays?
He's 27, and he does his own freaked out girl content. So I applaud him for not wanting to include and indulge in a 19-year-old's clear attempts at flirting with them. And she's talking about some one-on-one time. If a
I don't understand what's wrong with that. If he wanted to knock down a 19-year-old,
Nothing's wrong with that, because me and you are grown and he's reaching over here just for content, which I don't understand, because he does his homework, so he's going to have good content. He doesn't need to be reaching. But I guess that's just his shtick. So yeah, nothing's wrong with that if he wanted to knock down, if it was always consensual, of course. My thing is, I'm going to always be on the side of, if you open one door, you got to open the other door. And I'm quick to agree with the guys like, yo, let them have that. Tell their women, tell their girls, tell their main link, yo, relax. It's just content. It's always just content. Content is king. It's just content. Let them have that. So why can't she be on some? It's just content. It's not like she's really trying to get. I mean, she could be trying to get knocked down, but that's none of our business. What matters is it's just content. She wanted to flirt with him and have that content bag, but we don't need to label it like, oh, she was trying to become someone's ball. It's just content, right? That's what we say for the fellas. It's just content.
what's wrong with that?
Nothing.
Am I missing something here, chat? It's a grown-ass woman.
Yeah.
Am I missing something here? If he wanted to knock him down, what is wrong with it? Since when did 19 become 16 years old? 18, 19 look just weird. I guess. I feel like you made it weird.
All right.
Because that's a full-grown adult in the United States of America, sir. What are we talking about?
Hey, listen. It'd be one thing to be picking up a girl from high school and she's 18 and she's of late age and her besties or pictures on her gram or in real life when she comes on double dates, her besties are around the 17 range. Then you could say comments like, it just looks weird. That just became a thing on the internet, mostly in the chat and in the comment section where y'all just say, it just looks weird. But I guarantee you put a girl like Summyah in front of y'all have no problem with 18 all of a sudden is appropriate. Because it is. Y'all just chatting. Oh, 18 looks weird. What? Half the hour, like 15 going on 12. How does 19 look weird? It doesn't even make sense. Nobody says nothing about my dog Leonardo DiCaprio. No one has no complaints. No one has no complaints about any of our dogs. Any of the actors that we praise, Jack Nicholson's, any of them. They knock down a nice 20-year-old. We do nothing but salute. And then when it comes to people we think we know, because we watch them on a daily or we feel like we know, we make it so weird for them. Like, man, go ahead with that.
That's a grown woman. Stop it. You ain't about to do that weird shit over here. That's a grown woman.
Right.
She could get hit, and it wouldn't look any weirder on DDG. And it wouldn't look any weirder on any grown man. That's
Not at all.
Woman.
Shorty wants one-on-one time. What do y'all think that means?
I guess what I was trying to basically say, it'd be one thing if, he's picking up from school, she's living that young 17, 18-year-old lifestyle, even though she is of age. Then you could say a comment like, well, it looks weird. It's still okay, but it just looks weird. That's the only time looks weird can come into play. But besides that, you're talking about a grown woman who's in a university, like if it's college. Well, y'all Y'all say one thing out this and another out the other side of your mouth. Y'all say y'all know what women are doing up in college. Y'all know how they giving it up in the universities. And then you get two streamers who are basically role playing college at Streamer University on a late night, vibing, and kick her out. She's young. What? What? She's of age, but it looks weird. What? Make up your mind.
With the context in mind, you have to understand that this woman is portraying herself as someone who is willing to do boy content, flirt with big streamers, various big streamers at that, just for the clips and attention. So it was only inevitable that she'd be called the community ball.
I don't understand. Do I not know the joke, or is he just calling her a bird? Is he just saying Queen Bird? I don't know why she got this. Unless that's something anime and I'm missing the joke. It's way over my head.
Just for the clips and attention. So it was only inevitable that she'd be called the community ball. She goes to Streamer University, a place where a lot of people are building their brand and getting known. And when you look at her digital footprint of that, all you see is clips of her, and I'm hardly seeing solo clips, reaction content, desktop content. It's just her and... So let's just move away from Streamer University, because there's a clip of Funny Mike and Jay Cinco laughing at her because she says she's nobody's ball.
Hey, stop all that. Nobody ball. Mike! She said she nobody ball, Mike. She said she nobody ball. She said she don't get dribbled. I believe it.
That's funny. That's funny.
No, he just talking. Mike.
Well, that's the last time Cinco will be able to dribble that ball. Once a woman starts hitting, once a woman directs it to you, oh, that's funny? That's funny to you? Ha! You can go ahead and make a mental note that she's making mental notes. She said, okay, that's funny. And bro was reaching anyways. She probably never even said, I don't get dribbled. She definitely probably said, I'm nobody's ball. But he just was trying to get them riled up. Like, yeah, she said she don't get dribbled. He must already know what the rest of them know.
You gotta go
Now this clip was straight up, not even gonna lie, I'm gonna keep it a bean. I feel bad for Short, but look who she's around. A bunch of probably shouldn't be around. Jay Cinco is a girl content merchant, and he'd be around Deshae Frost, a fellow girl content merchant. That's enough reason to avoid that space. But what is somebody doing? Sitting on the dude's freaking lap. Same dude that's laughing about her. A community ball is the same one whose lap she's sitting on. Bro, they're frying her so bad.
Bro, I do not want to make this whole video about me, like, coming to her aid. But I think this is, like, we're being fugazi, Brody. We say one thing a week. We're okay with India Love twerking on multiple men and his content. And they're having fun. And they're single. We throw lifeline after lifeline. Summyah, what is it? Yeah, is it another reason y'all don't like her? Is it something that she done, or she broke one of your favorite streamers' hearts that we're kind of like letting every other streamer bend the rules and their morals, but when it comes to her, we're questioning her morale and being extra every step of the way. Even saying she doesn't have anything where she's just filming at her desktop or just doing, if that's what you meant, that's how I'm taking it. Even that is kind of like, what? Like, she's doing content and she just happens to be in the mix and she just happens to be low-key lit. Not to the point where she's a top streamer, but lit enough where she can make a call or send a text and link with people that we know. So she's linking with big names, and we're trying to make it seem like that's an L. Like, hold your L. You don't record at home by yourself. She's trying to give y'all good content, and y'all handing L's out. I don't get it.
And what is her response?
Nah, it's just content.
Which, okay, Summyah, it may just be content, but why does your content have to be flirtatious? And before y'all say anything, I'm against girl content as well. I don't even like Deshae Frost. I don't like J5, and that's because I'm a young man. I'm not about to sit up here and watch other men flirt with girls. That's odd and very doomed out. Just because it's content don't mean it's not gonna have adverse effects on you or how people perceive you. And for me, I'm personally perceiving Summyah as a woman who was going from big male streamer to big male streamer. I'm not even trolling. Shorty was just on a date with a dude named E-Man and I've never heard of him. But you wanna know what's crazy about that? And I mean no shade, because the first time I hear about E-Man,
She did a sleepover stream with J5. Got buzzed down.
Hey, listen, I won't disagree. Just because you run around here, if you run around here, never mind all these people we're naming. If you run around here smashing car windows, I thought I was going to go somewhere else with it. Smashing car windows, knocking down mailboxes, throwing rocks over bridges, and you walk around saying it's content, doesn't mean I don't look at you as a degenerate, regardless of what you say and claim. Your little disclaimer doesn't save you from the way that you showed me you are. It might be content, just makes it all the more worse, but you're still a degenerate for doing those things. So I'm with you. I'm not saying throw the lifeline for how we should label her. Definitely not getting in the way of that. But I just feel like we're being a little, it's crazy because y'all really trying to make me come save, but we're being a little judgy on her. So what? She makes content that all these guys do the same thing. It's content. I could see if she was like, you know how India Love, you know, she was just seen twerking on two different men. I could see if every single stream she's playing like the boyfriend, because then now it's getting wild. Because yes, I think a man can do that. I think a man can play like you're my ball for the content, for the time being of the content, and it's not a bad look if he's not, you know, really taking it to places where it's like, oh, y'all really look like y'all go together. But if it's just like, you know, having fun and giving the people content and making them just feel like they could ship us at this very moment for this clip or for this stream, that's one thing. If she was doing that every time, making it seem like hugging on guys, lap dancing, kissing, dancing, twerking, if it was stream after stream, there would be nothing to talk about. It wouldn't be up for discussion. Yeah, I will let y'all have it. Y'all got it. But it's not even, as far as what I've seen, it's not that. It's just what she's been around in a sense of popping up on streams and cameos, and so what?
All right. You don't like him for no reason. He sound like I just think you sound like a mark. Hey, said I don't like Deshae, and I don't like J5.
Right.
I don't like none of these, and I don't like this, and I don't like. That's not him. Okay, relax. Ready? Relax. It's gonna be okay. All right. You liked him enough to do a whole report on everybody.
And it's through a Summyah collab?
Hello? I'm playing basketball with him.
And she over with that too? Oh my god. Oh my god. She getting hit by everybody.
Bro, listen, I'm in the middle of a game. I'm gonna call you out.
God. With every
I can't wait for this guy's on shit. I ain't gonna lie, gang. I need your beat. I can't jump. What the do you mean, though?
You have a girlfriend? A girl named with a heart.
Man, that is my
You started with a
sister.
B. And you just lied. And told me we're playing basketball.
I thought we was playing later. I was just manifesting.
Alright. Now I'm about to protect all my little.
What?
And she just be look. What?
Oh, so she is kind of making it seem okay.
hey, you know, hey, listen. Just like a bopper. All right, just like a bopper. All them little shit. She not lying. We done seen every
She's
little
not
thing in this video. She probably hit up everybody that was previously shown in this video.
Just within the last 10 minutes. They all received texts.
So uncomfortable. And I think that's part of a bigger problem because these male streamers don't see women as women. They see them as the content. I touch
every day.
on that later, but because they see them as oh, this is just another shorty in my roster. So of course she'd be uncomfortable because the dude's on the girl talking to another woman, so come on. I also think that she probably feels like she has to do this to succeed, but once again, I'll touch on that at the end. Now, on 2 separate occasions from what I've seen, Summyah has responded to the community ball comments. Let's look at the first one. This was after Dabo trolled her.
Ball's comment was not funny. I didn't find it funny at all. I'm not y'all balls. I'm nobody's balls. Like, what's up? Yeah, that's all. Because it'd be the same people saying, like, oh, she's for everybody. She's for, like, you know, and as soon as I get in your face, you'll jump the Christians you get. And you would be surprised. I'm not even, but so you want Twitter, type my name in it. It's weird. You want TikTok, type my name in it. It gets weird.
Okay, I do agree. They're hypocrites. If Shorty was in the face of half of the people calling her a 304 ball, she's going. But that's just men being dumb. Not saying it makes it okay, but you guys know the communities of these big streamers. I also think that people don't be criticizing the male streamers enough for being balls themselves. And if we're being honest, those guys are balls. If you're a hooper, you know what I'm talking about.
No, they wouldn't only be going. They'd be trying to cuff. If they actually were successful, they'd walk around saying, bro, in real life, she's not like that. That's content. So all of a sudden, their eyes will be open to the fact that, just like in movies, someone can be all up on someone, and when they yell cut, go back home to their regular life because it's just a job. They'd be pushing a whole new label for her. Now, if anything, she really is the such and such of this. She's getting around. She's giving you, like, bro. So that's not dumb. That's reality. That means they would be opening their eyes to the fact of the matter, which is just because she's looking like a bop doesn't make her a bop until she starts doing bop behavior. Like, again, I'm gonna keep saying it because I don't mind kissing these guys. Every stream she's kissing. Every stream she's twerking on a new guy. Every stream she's like actually like she going together with a new guy at every stream. That's different. That's bop behavior. But until then, where's the hate train coming from?
Frost, for example, he's for sure a community ball. I mean,
yeah, the shade through her, I ain't gonna lie. The shade is a bopper, fool. If there was a male bopper, it'd be the shade. Shout out to the shade though, man. Shout out to the shade. That's my but that the bopper. Oh my god. Shout out to the shade though, fool.
He could have literally got burnt. I don't know if y'all remember the Gucci third leg situation. The dude, Deshae Frost, he nearly got burnt by messing with Danae Davis. But my point is, male streamers be worse than community balls. They literally be pickup game balls. And that double standard is something I also want to touch on more at the end. Her second response, though, was a little heartbreaking, I'm not gonna lie.
I just don't do, like, this is so weird. Yeah, I'm on stream.
Please save it. Please save it. I just don't do shit. I just,
Let's hear her out.
Let's count how many laps did you say in this video. Let's count how many laps this was sitting on. Alright?
I only counted one. I'm not saying that I'm fooled by
We're not gonna
only
count the
seeing.
PG thing, but if that told her to get up, alright? If that told her to get up, alright? And sit on my lap, she would have got. So I might count that. That counts as a half. Alright?
That's a half. That's a half ski.
If Kai would have told her, get your ass up and sit on my lap, she gonna sit on the lap. I promise you. So that might also count as half. So we're at 1. Alright? She slept over at Deshae's crib. Or no, she slept over at when she was at Deshae crib? No, she slept over at Jay Single crib, alright? That's 2. This is 3. This is 3 right here. I mean, and now here the tears come, okay? Now here the tears come.
Your response though was a little heartbreaking. I'm not gonna lie.
I just don't do like this is so weird. Yeah, I'm on stream right now, and I'm just calling to let you know. Are you free to talk right now or no? No, I just don't appreciate yesterday or no this morning. That's it. That's all. How y'all try to make it seem like I was in a room with Kuga and I wasn't. Y'all do that. I'm just, that's why I hang up. Because I'm not trolling. Like, what the, I done had to talk to these people off camera and told them, like, I don't appreciate the narrative going around. And I'm only addressing it online. I let everything else slide. Like I do. But if you come to something on the internet, I'm going to address it on the internet. Period, point blank. Y'all it wasn't a problem with laughing on camera. That was a problem when I made somebody feel bad and they want to address the narrative. No.
And honestly, bro, I really do feel bad for her. And I know
No, it's a simple solution. Stop being a bot. This is so simple. It's so simple. Bro, I see women that have no problem somehow finding a way to present themselves as respectable women. I see a lot of women who got respect for themselves that have no problem somehow keeping the respect intact. That tells me it cannot be that hard, right? She's a young lady, okay? I'll try and cut her some slack. She's 19 years old. She's early in the game. You know, I'll try and cut her some slack. But, you know, hopefully this is a learning lesson for her. Just stop. Look, even if, let's just go down the hypotheticals of you not getting hit by every nigga that we're seeing you with in this video, all right? Let's just go down that hypothetical road, which is not the truth, okay? You got hit by at least half of them, all right? Let's just go down that hypothetical road for a second. And when we do go down that hypothetical road, all right? The way you're presenting yourself by being around these, it's still not a good look, all right? You don't see every other female streamer hanging out with every single, especially all they got all the clout, all right? You don't see that. What's that one light-skinned girl that be acting like she in a Disney movie? She was at Streamers University, okay? She be acting like she in a damn Disney movie. All right? All right, like she in High School Musical. You guys don't know exactly what I'm talking about. You know that light-skinned girl with the brown curls, okay? She's like, yeah! Like she's got one of them personalities, all right? Yana, okay? I didn't see her with every single... I didn't see her with every posted up in their room, sitting on their lap, being a bot. She's a bot. All right? I didn't see all that. I didn't see her. I didn't see her doing all that.
Gotta find their own way and carve their own blueprint along the way. There's 1,000 ways to get it. Choose one. But just don't be upset or point the finger when you get heat, backlash, judged for the path you take. You chose it. Learn to live with it. Learn to live with it. Still young, you know. You know you're pretty, you know you're young. You know you're pretty, so they're going to try to ship you. You're still young, so maybe you don't understand how not to put yourself in circumstances where people control you and say things like, oh, she was in the room with such and such. Most times, you're going to be treated the way you demand others treat you. If there was a demand for respect, if you were honoring yourself on and off camera, I don't know you, but if she's honoring herself on and off camera, most times when the cameras come on, people are going to honor her on and off camera. If she's out here dibbling and dabbling in bot behavior and we don't see it, but the people around her do, then don't be surprised. Don't look stunned and shocked when the cameras flip on and you're being treated accordingly. Act accordingly, ladies and gentlemen.
Correct me if I'm wrong. Was she all up in every face? I didn't see that.
I didn't.
So why do you have such a hard time? Why are you in this predicament? Why are you in specific having this problem? All right. Y'all just be chilling and doing better than Summyah. Listen, my thing is like this, okay? I hope Summyah does good. I don't wish any bad on Summyah. I'm not ever gonna sit here and act. I'm not ever gonna sit here and pander to somebody who is clearly self-inflicting their own damage to themselves, okay? Bitch, can take a good look in the mirror. That's what I got to tell you, all right? Something that most ain't gonna tell you, all right? I mean, even the Scarecrow nigga told you in the beginning of the video, but take some accountability.
The Scarecrow.
It's a problem when you got this black telling you, all right? It's a problem when you got that look like this telling you that you need to take some accountability, all right?
Believe it or not, I don't watch enough of Dable. But believe it or not, again, I don't watch enough of him. I wouldn't know well enough to kind of stand on this and die on this hill. But from what I've seen, as much as he tries to be wild, reckless with his mouth, entertaining for his audience, for his community, he said some things, be it at Streamer University, and even right here, that I kind of look at and I say, okay, young boy's actually intelligent. He's pretty wise for however old he is. So him saying something like that might have came across as, excuse me, as content. And who knows, maybe that's all it was. But it could have also been a percentage where he's helping you. He's helping you wake up in just a nice way. Like, hey, maybe it could have been said off content. I don't know the whole context of the conversation. But I would say that's some wise words for you.
No, I just don't appreciate yesterday or this morning. That's it. That's all. How y'all try to make it seem like I was in the room from good and I wasn't. Y'all knew that. I know that. I'm just, that's right. Because I'm not trolling. Like, what the
You dead ass. You just completely dismissed it.
And I'm only addressing that
You just completely dismissed that.
I let everything else slide. I do. But if you come to something on the internet, I'm gonna address it on the internet. Period, point blank. Y'all, it wasn't a problem with laughing on camera. That was the problem when I made somebody feel bad and they wanna address the narrative. No.
And honestly, bro, I really do feel bad for her. And I know I said at the start I don't and that she deserves it, but even though I think she be getting around, and not literally, but just being around on everyone's streams, she's not being treated right.
Oh yeah, she over there with Reggie. Over there with Reggie too.
But guess what the context was? She is responding to a rumor about her and another streamer. So what I'm trying to say is there's a lot of empathy that can be given to Summyah. Seriously, she's a content creator who is just now in the spotlight. But with that being said, there's also an extreme amount of accountability that needs to be taken. Number one, girls stop going to all these streams and flirting.
Right.
I'm so serious. I don't see Sinner with this problem. She's not getting 1,000.
Hey, that's what the, hey, that's, here we go. Now I don't know who Sinner is. I don't know who Sinner is. But clearly, he's probably using her in context to the fact that she's not a bopper. She's not a thooter that just being all up in every face, all right? And what he gonna say?
Number one, girls, stop going to all these streams and flirting. I'm so serious. I don't see Senna with this problem. She's not getting 1,000 rumors about her and dudes. Number two, Summyah, stop trusting all these big creators. If you're a fan of me, you know I really don't be messing with streamers, big creators, whatever. Especially these modern ones. And that's because they do things like this. Oh.
Senna is pushing 35, that's why. I mean,
I bet that's a legendary skit, and I just never seen it. Bro was really talking to the wall though. That just looked funny.
it don't matter. It don't matter. Bro, I know plenty of 35, 40-year-olds that still act like children, bro. Dead homies, okay? There's plenty of them out here in Miami.
Everywhere.
All right? Y'all know Sausage Lips? And that's like damn near 40, all right? Still running around here, you know, trying to make attention for him. She's still running around here trying to attention for him. Shout out to Sausage Lips though. You know what I'm saying? I actually for her until they get out of line. You know, until she get out of line. One day she might get out of line. Y'all never know how to door chat. You know what I'm saying? I with Sausage Lips though. You know.
I don't know who that is.
But the like 40, fool, still attention for me. That's what these do. I know plenty of 35, 32, 36, 37. And yeah, and I'm naming these exact numbers because I've literally talked to and dealt with these. Okay. They still act like children. You know why? Because they still got their yitties, and they still got their curves, and they still got that butt. All right? And they still get attention from busters. Okay? They think they still got it like they were in their 20s. Because they still getting sexual attention, not actual, you know, relationship attention. And they get that because they never grow mentally. They never grow spiritually. They never mature. Okay? So, you know, just because she's 35 don't mean, you know. And
they still, because they haven't grown out of who they were, they struggle to look outside of themselves for a moment and say, how am I perceived by my peers? They struggle to ask themselves. This comes with age, growth, self-awareness, but most importantly, practice. You got to put it to work. You got to ask yourself, how am I perceived by my peers? Am I loyal? I know I'm loyal. Am I honest? I'm not out here lying. Am I truthful when it matters? Even when I'm gonna look crazy, if I got caught doing something? Would I steal from my friends if I had an opportunity? Am I this? Am I that? Do I try to talk and hawk down everything that walks by me? Can someone count on me? Am I there when my friends need it most? Or do I have an excuse every time someone needs me in the nick of time? Oh, you asked too late. Oh, I would have if I had the car right now. Oh, I don't have that. Or do I go the extra mile even if they don't know that's all the money in my pocket and I still pull through? Or I had something planned and I cancel it and come help them. Am I a good friend? You got to ask yourself, how can you grow if you're just basing your next step just off your memory? Oh, I remember I was loyal. You're never asking yourself, you're never questioning yourself. Who better? Ask yourself. Prepare yourself for the future by reevaluating yourself. It's important. The worst part about it, people that don't grow, you're dealing with a 45-year-old. It's almost like back then when I learned what a promise was and I was young and I used to tell everybody, like if they were telling me and I really wanted to seal the deal, I would say I promise, and I don't break those. I took that serious. But because I was in kid mind, in the kid world, I would tell other people in situations where I didn't know if someone was lying and I needed to know the truth. This was a dire situations. I did this. And I would say, promise me. You promise me? I was always, sometimes I catch myself still doing it. But at that time, when I behaved like a kid and I had kid ways and I was a kid, in my kid mind, in my kid world, they could have been lying to me. But just because I took a promise so serious and I thought the world did, if they would have said, no, I promise you, I would have put it away in my pocket. I would have locked it. I would have said, all right, they're telling the truth. They could have fooled me. But it was because I was in a kid mind. So you talk to these 45, these 35, These sometimes, believe it or not, sometimes 50, 55, 60-year-old people, and you can tell they have not matured. And they're stuck in a mind frame, whether some tragedy happened to them or whatever it is. We all have an excuse, brother and sister. We all could have an excuse of why we haven't grown up, and none of those reasons are good enough. They're not good enough reasons. You gotta do yourself a favor. It's an injustice to not grow up. You have to. And the reason why that's important is because you'll be talking to a 25-year-old woman, a 30-year-old woman. Sometimes women I'm dealing with, not just people outside, people in my circle, or women I'm talking to, and we're trying to get to know each other. And she still is stuck in this phase where she thinks like a 19-year-old. She lies like a 19-year-old. She thinks she's getting one over on me, and it's because I am thinking like my age. I'm acting my age, so I can see past her lies. She has convinced herself of her lies like a 19-year-old. She's still stuck in that young person's mind, and that's why it's important to break out of that. When you ask yourself, how do I perceive myself, and how have I allowed others to perceive me? It's not about being your biggest critic and overthinking every step you take. Oh, I probably look mean. I gotta start smiling more. It's not about nitpicking everything, even though you can get to that point. But you got to your 60 to get to the little details, the minuscule things. But on a grand scheme of things, when you're doing this for yourself, you're allowing yourself to find the things that are your end all be all. Like, I made up my mind early. I don't ever want to be a liar. I don't know why I'm sharing it. I need an example. I don't ever want to be that guy that people are like, this dude, he's a liar. Because I know how I look at people. They're lying to me. And I'm sitting there like, is he dumb? Does he really believe I believe his lies? And he's that immature? Or does he think I'm dumb enough to believe his lies just because I won't call this person out on it? I never want to be perceived as that. So I don't want to lie. I got no reason. And I made that up early. Thank God I have. Because I live with my truth. I live my truth. The truth is the truth. And it's true. It will set you free in all ways. I don't have to memorize stories. I don't have to, bookmark this page and come back and rewrite. It is what it is. That happened. That didn't. I'm at the age now. That's what happened. And you get away from these humps that some people struggle to overcome because they're not being honest with themselves. They refuse to be honest with the world. In turn, they make up their mind to not be honest with themselves. So how can someone grow if they're still steady in the mindset of lying to the world, lying to everyone, lying even when they're caught, lying to themselves? So you're dealing with a child. That's why a lot of times you'll hear someone say, man, you got to understand who you're dealing with. You're dealing with a child still. They might have children of their own. They might have a house. They might even have a few cars. That doesn't change the fact of the matter. Are they a grown-up? And can they be dealt with like a grown-up? Do they deal with people like grown-ups? Or do you find yourself rocking my baby, rock to sleep with this person because they're a child?
And the reverse goes. I know some 21-year-old women who are mature, man, more mature than these 35-year-old. I've met that too.
Yeah.
Now, yes. Or older women, you know what I'm saying, more times than not going to be more, experienced, I guess. I'm not going to say mature all the time because they're not always mature. But are they going to be more experienced? Yes. But that doesn't always make them more mature. Okay? I've seen 25-year-old more mature than 35, 40-year-old. I've seen 21-year-old more mature than 36-year-old.
Yeah.
I've seen it. Okay? I've seen 20-year-old, 22-year-old, 21-year-old more submissive and more feminine and more nurturing
Absolutely.
than 35-year-old.
Me too.
And that's crazy.
Mind blowing.
That's crazy. I've seen like that youngest more submissive than grown women.
Yep, me too.
That be blowing my mom. Like, damn, you ain't figured it out yet?
And when he says figure it out, it's that thing again. It's one of those things in life where a good mother and a good father and all the money in the world can't help you figure that out. You need to just do it. And it's not like, oh man, now you got to go in crash out mode and start tearing down posters on your wall and your old beliefs and change everything you thought you knew because you've been confused this whole time. It's not that. It's just making the decision, again, willing. That's what we talk about on this channel. It's being a willing participant to be a student of life. So you make the decision to say, I'm going to continue every single day while I'm here on earth to try to learn, be open and receptive, and be willing to be a better person. And if I could be a better me tomorrow, why not? Why not? And when we say we've seen these younger women who are more submissive and more mature than a grown woman, and it comes in many shapes and forms. It's everywhere. Just walk around your city and you'll see it all the time. All the time. And again, only because I name drop Leonardo DiCaprio, I'll bring him back up in more of a positive light. You think these women that we see him with, 21, 22-year-olds, are not a prime example of that? Absolutely they are. Absolutely they're mature. They're respectful. They're all the things that they should be. Does he like younger women for whatever reason? Sure. But is that still, you can be the youngest on the yacht that he's on. He's still looking for young and mature, young and respectful. And then you got the other side where it's, they just don't get it. They don't get it yet. They're lying to themselves, coping, however they're getting by. Some of them don't even care. Because you have a conversation like this with some women and they'll look you in the eyes because they believe their own lies. And somehow they think they can rewrite history and rewrite how the story ends. And it's like, hey, listen, until we get this right, we can't keep acting like this is, you can't tell someone, well, I'm the author of this book, so this book ends in a comedy, and I'm reading the book and I'm seeing nothing but tragedy. You can keep walking around and saying, no, this book is a comedy, but the whole world has read a page or two and we're reading a tragedy. So you can keep lying and have the world looking at you like she just don't get it, or he just doesn't get it. Or you can wake up and say, you know what can I start doing today to make this book at least end where I believe it's capable of ending.
We need Did that say a horse lives or sausage lives? If we could get sausage lives back on stream, chat. You know, we could get sausage lives back on stream.
Okay, they will make content with you, they be cracking jokes with you, but when you're going through it, they be nowhere to be found. You feel me? Like a snake, ready to pounce, they consume you. Or I guess in this scenario, leaving her to the hyenas, like no Lion King. Anyways, but let me give y'all my candid thoughts on this. I want to start with the hypocrisy.
Dang, y'all done pulled up the saddest part of Lion King? Long live the king, on the ground, slumped. That's the clip we use.
There's clearly a double standard with male streamers. They're allowed to do what Summyah does, and they don't get bop allegations. They get told, big bro, you're him. And that's unfortunate, but Summyah, as a woman, you gotta recognize this and move two ways. You either don't try to navigate the streaming world like a man, or you take pride in it. There are 304s and community balls that revel in it, and nobody cares.
There you go. He brought it full circle. We spoke on that in the beginning. It's one or the other. Either you take what lie in the bed you're making, or stop moving like that. So, you get it.
Rose, Tiana Trump, passed around. The women who really do be around.
You do not want to be like either of these. That say, listen, you can either just accept that you're a grade A slut, all right, Or just stop hanging around with these. Because look at these. They just accepted their all right? No, you do not want to be like these. All right? You do not want to be like these. Okay? This is a he pays the wash, man. I'm trying to tell you.
On other men, like really way worse than what you be doing, but they don't let it get to them, at least not on the surface. I don't see it. So if you're gonna do what you're gonna do, Summyah, just navigate it while not letting nobody see how it makes you feel. Now I know what she's doing is networking, but seriously, she needs to reevaluate her content now. She don't need to be up under all these men. She can do her own thing, because as I keep saying, repetition makes personality. She's constantly around all these freaked out male streamers. She's gonna be seen as a groupie.
Yeah, I know you ain't just said India is not really a bopper. I know you ain't just say that, dude. I know you did not just say. Oh wait, you talking about India Love? My fault. I thought you was talking about what's her name? What's this name? What's this? Yeah, my fault. I'm tripping. I thought you said her right here, Ruby Rose.
Oh.
It's not a bopper. My fault, B. No, that's my bad. My fault. I don't lie. India do got some bopper tendencies, though. I can't lie. But is she not on the level of these? She's definitely not. She's not on the level of these hoes, though. Sorry. There's tears to this. There's tears to this, chat. All right.
For women that people consider passed around, the women who really do be around other men, like way worse than what she's doing, but they don't let it get to them, at least not on the surface. I don't see it. So if you're
India's
gonna
a
do what you're
change,
gonna do,
bro.
somebody navigate it while not letting nobody see how it makes you feel. What she's doing is networking, but seriously, she needs to reevaluate her content now. She don't need to be up under all these men. She can do her own thing, because as I keep saying, repetition makes personality. She's constantly around all these freaked out male streamers. She's gonna be seen as a groupie, and I'd hate it for her. I think the last thing I want to say though is maybe Summyah feels like she has to produce this type of content to go up. Streamer space can be harsh for women, I won't lie. They're put in the box by various male streamers, and that could be a video in and of itself. Y'all let me know if y'all want that. The box is that to the content, not actually women, but the sex appeal, a way to keep a streamer's teenage male audience engaged. So maybe there's underlying pressures to flirt, to perform, but she just gotta realize it don't gotta be.
Doesn't matter. That point is irrelevant. That doesn't matter. What you said before this is principle. Make the bed you want to lie in, but at the end of the night, you still have to lie in the bed you made. That point trumps, Tiana, trumps the stupidity of sex sales, because that's from the beginning. We know that from the beginning. That's a principled thing. And anything you come into, you know what sells. It's been selling since day one, but you also know who you are and who you want to be perceived as. And obviously, some of these women you're naming, Ruby Rose, Tiana Trump, sure, we never seen them publicly break down. On the surface, as you said, that we know of, they're not streamers. They don't have a camera all the time in their face. But more importantly, never mind whether they did or didn't. Let's focus on Summyah. Summyah has broken down. What does that tell us? That tells us she doesn't want to be perceived as that person. What does that inform us on? The fact that she is not that person, according to how she perceives herself. Could she be lying to herself? Absolutely. I just spoke about how they do it all the time. But let's just go on the other side of things. If she's telling the truth, then she obviously doesn't want to be in the category of sales. So yeah, again, back to your advice, back to Mcqueen's advice, start moving different, or get comfortable with it.
Especially when she's a year older than me. So in general, Summyah, if you see this, slow down, okay? You is moving like a community ball. If you dial it back, especially on your appearances, change up your content, you can beat these rumors, okay? And you have to do it, because these ain't gonna help you. That's all I had to say though. Subscribe for more unsolicited opinion.
Well, listen, man, that's the last thing I got to say about the Summyah thing. It's just like, man, look. I'm not about to sit there and pander to a who who was causing self-inflicted pain upon herself, okay? If you keep shooting yourself in the foot, I'm going to tell you to stop shooting the gun. I'm not finna sit there and be like, oh, baby, listen, you know, it's just these guns nowadays, they just, oh my God, they're just so busted. Like, I just say, man, you know, and I don't know, man, just, no, stop shooting the gun.
Fair point. I like that though. Unsolicited opinion. I might use that moving forward in some videos. Anyways, love. Let that man get his money. Go ahead and play that.